What's up, my pilots? Angryponcho here. In this episode, we'll answer the age-old question. Is it gay to fuck other men? I mean, not necessarily. So, on the night levels, we don't get no sun falling from the sky. So our sunflowers are even more important. But, also notably, we get the puff shroom. It's the first of a full range of shroom-related plants that are only available at night. Mostly. The puff shroom's not very strong. It, I don't know if it does the same damage as a pea shooter or not. I don't think so. It feels like it does less. It also only reaches, I think, 3 squares in front of it instead of crossing the whole grid. But it does have the upside of being, you know, free. So we're basically trying to place them as often as we possibly can. Because as you can see, at night, it takes a lot longer to collect sun. You don't realize how much that first free sun that just lands in your yard during the day puts you ahead. But it really does. And so as soon as you're here at night and you only have the sun that your sunflowers produce, it takes way longer to get your engine going. So you depend a lot more on puff shrooms. The good news is a single puff shroom with enough time, so with 3 squares of firing, can take out 1 zombie by itself. So you don't have to double up or anything. It's only if 2 zombies come one right after another. Or you get these guys, these angry dad zombies that have the newspaper shield, so they take less damage. And then after they drop the newspaper shield, they speed up. Little bonus zombie speed. I think this first level is pretty easy because it's the first night level. Oh, we got our first piece of money. Outstanding. The other downside of these guys, because they don't reach as far in front of them, you can't take advantage of stacking up 5 or 6 of them, because the ones in the back won't actually be able to shoot zombies out in front until their friends in front have already gotten eaten. You may notice these graves out here. We're not able to plant on graves. We have to get the next plant, I believe. I think we unlock after this level. That will give us the ability to plant, or to destroy the graves so that we can plant on the empty space left behind. Final wave. The biggest downside of these graves way out here on the right is not that we can't put our pea shooters or whatever out there. It's that we can't put a cherry bomb down on it. Because really those front tiles are the ones that you're going to want to be putting down your cherry bombs on to blow up the final wave. And we get Sun-shrooms. Give small sun at first and normal sun later. Ooh, we collected $290 in coins. $750, we get something neato. This guy's got a bucket on his head. I guess let's just do one with the Sun-shrooms, shall we? I don't know if having 2 Sun-shrooms early is better than just getting one sunflower? I'm not sure, actually. But the Sun-shrooms give 15 sun when they're little. And then after they grow, they give 25, like a sunflower. The obvious advantage being that you can plonk down 3 of them pretty quickly at the beginning of the level. I'm not sure exactly how long it takes for them to grow into their final form, where they start making 25 sun instead of 15, but it's not all that long. You can kind of gauge on the level progress meter how long a level is going to be by how many flags it has. So a single flag level is probably going to be pretty short. A flag level with 2 flags, rather, it's going to be a bit longer. And then a level with 3, those are the levels where it's worth it to invest in plants that get stronger later on. Alright, now we start saving up for repeaters. No! My puff shrooms! Stupid cone heads. Wow, that sounds like a racial slur. That's terrible! Fucking cone heads. Always coming up in here and eating all those mushrooms. You know, cone heads like mushrooms. God, that sounds terrible. Weren't the cone heads like a terrible TV show from like the 70s? Or was it an SNL bit? I don't actually even know. I think it was maybe it was a crappy movie? All I know is that people seem to only ever make fun of it and never look back on it with nostalgia. So... we got another cone head on the bottom down here. Fucking cone heads. I hope you are all doing well. This is recorded on the same day as the previous episode. Finally have a Saturday with some free time, so I'm going to try and make a bunch of videos today. Plants vs. Zombies is like the most relaxing type game I could think of. I recently just played through it just for fun until I got to like the challenge levels at the end, and then I figured, oh, you know what, I can make a video of this. Some of these are actually challenging, so it'll be interesting to see. I feel like the buckets always show up on the lane that you've got the fewest things on. Planted that other puff shroom in front of him just to slow him down more, even though I know he's going to immediately get eaten. He's making a sacrifice for his brothers. Really, I just need these guys to not get far enough back that they can eat the repeater and we'll be fine. Alright, so I'm going to start moving the puff shrooms forward and putting repeaters in the back. Just replace this row with repeaters. Now that our all of our shrooms are grown, they're making 25 sun each, so we can move forward repeaters pretty quickly. Just trying to move the 3 rows of puff shrooms up a space. Y'all remember when I made that Let's Play series where I just played crappy Flash games? That was like so long ago. I also recently went back and tried to watch the beginning of my Metroid Prime Let's Play. Holy crap. The quality is just so terrible. It's like... Even at the time, like, I knew what I was doing. It wasn't on a unregistered HyperCam 2. I had a real capture card. It's just... the audio quality and the video quality were just 2009 era quality. I want to reiterate, you should be watching this Let's Play on a CRT monitor if at all possible. It is, the game is hard locked at 800 by 600 pixels. Pickles? Excuse me? Pixels. 800 by 600 pixels. You know the one. Doctor, everything will be alright. I'm just gonna collect sun for the rest of the level. Because on these nighttime levels, the extra sun that you have at the end of the level gets turned into money. I'm not sure exactly what the exchange rate is, but it's useful. Again, we need $750, I think, to buy some upgrade at the shop from Crazy Dave. Alright, so we got 400 sun. And our money is... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Oh, I'm not sure how that worked out. Anyway, Fume Shroom shoots fumes that can pass through screen doors. Here you have screen door zombie. Nighttime plants. Woo, nighttime plants. You know what? Oh, it won't even let me bring fewer plants. I was going to try and do a... I'm not even going to bring anything else type of move, but... Yeah. I guess the game doesn't want me to do that. Boop. Ceased to exist. It's an X-parrot. I haven't seen Monty Python's Flying Circus in like a decade. I should go back and rewatch those. That's a show that, if you like British humor, it holds up pretty well. It's all such ludicrous sketch comedy that it's hardly held back by the fact that it's now a 50-year-old TV show. A lot of the stuff from back then, the humor just doesn't hold up. Oh, what was it that we had tried to watch the other day and it was just so bad we had to turn it off? Oh, I can't remember now. It was some comedy from, I want to say the 70s, where the humor had just not aged well. It just wasn't funny anymore. Oh, it was Blazing Saddles, which was really disappointing to me. Because it's like, at the time, it was very... I want to say it was very forward-looking, and the idea was to satirize, you know, race relations. But these days, the way that they did it is still, like, offensive. It's hard to even explain, but essentially, like, I guess race-related humor just isn't as funny as people thought it was back then. Why do these guys make such a wet noise? I really don't like that. You need to stop, sir. Honestly, some of the non-race related humor in that movie wasn't even very funny. Oh, do these guys have limited range too? I guess they only see 4 units in front of them from the looks of it. That's fine. It doesn't matter if the puff shrooms are getting eaten. They are very replaceable. I think Young Frankenstein has held up a lot better than Blazing Saddles. Just because the humor is less focused on race and more just general humor. I think we got enough money to buy that thing from the shop now. Yeah, we got the Grave Buster to remove graves. Want to buy an extra seed slot? Yes. So now we can take 7 different plants into a level with us, which is nice. Alright, you want to go sun-shrooms or sunflowers? Actually not sure if one of these is better than the other. Let's try sunflowers this level. That should do. Fortunately, we don't get to see how many flags are in the level until the first zombie shows up. So, if we could see how long the level was, that would tell us which would be better, because I think sunflowers would be better in the long run. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I'm not actually sure. Any level where we're trying to get enough sun for grave busters is probably going to be a long one. Whoop. There's a bit, I think it was towards the beginning of Blazing Saddles, when the sheriff first shows up to the town, and the whole idea that he was sent there is, like, the town would never accept a black sheriff, and so the goal of the guy that sent him was for the town to basically be undefended so that he could run the people out and, I don't know, some capitalist bullshit. Point being, it's played off as a big joke that everyone, when he gets there, everyone's racist. Just like literally everyone. And then even the priest is like, sorry man, you're on your own. It's like, like, I get the joke, but I don't know. It feels a little too real, considering a lot of, like, there are places in the States where that's basically how it is. I should look up the video of the guy who held a Black Lives Matter sign in the most racist town in America. Like, besides all the people who were yelling at him out the windows of their cars because they hate black people, there were other people going by and telling him, like, hey man, you need to get out of here, like, someone's gonna fucking shoot you. It's like, just people who live in an area and they know, like, it sucks here, man. Anyway, let's talk about something else, shall we? Still haven't really answered the question. Is it gay to fuck other men? Some sources say no. And I don't mean if you say no homo. That's some bullshit. I do enjoy the attention to detail in this game. Things like the buckets and corn cobs? What? Cones, road cones, getting slowly more damaged, so you have a visual indicator without actually having a health bar on the zombie, you know? I'm not sure I even need to plant more plants. I might just start grave busting. Graves often give you a few bucks when they die, so it's good to have. At this stage of the game, we are trying to eventually save up for more useful little power-ups and stuff. Nice. The gold ones are $100. Problem with grave busters is that it takes a little bit of time for them to remove the grave, and they can actually be eaten during that time. So if you're not careful, you can stick one down and then go, whoops, and have it immediately get eaten as another zombie wanders onto the screen. The gold itself is worth the trouble. I guess I can start planting Doom-shrooms, huh? It's almost time for the last wave. At some point we're going to want to stop planting things and just collect a ton of sun so that we can get a ton of money when the level ends. I think now is that time. Final wave. It's a nude lap wrecker. Another thing I like about this game is the sound design is actually really good. You get a lot of little from the feedback noises in the levels. Like the sound of a metal armored zombie being hit is different than the sound of a cone zombie or a naked zombie. You hear the when the pole vault zombies show up. And if you're listening, you'll hear a brains or a we are coming when the first zombie walks on the screen. And the Suburban Almanac. It's a book full of zombies. Ever played a game called Whack-A-Zombie? It's just like hunting square bows. Yeah, this is why I don't read Crazy Dave's dialogue. Yep, that's what this level is. Click on the zombie, and then click on the money. Oh, look at that. I guess I can start eating the graves if I'm just here to smack zombies and get money. Blink. When I'm removing graves, I always start with the ones farthest to the left, just because zombies that show up that close to the house are more dangerous than ones that start farther away. And in some of these night levels, when the final wave shows up, not only do zombies pop up on the left side of the screen, they also pop up out of any graves that are still on your yard. Give me another hundo. Ah. Another grave showed up. What the hell? You can't do that. Pow! Whoocha! Ka-chow! Oh, the coneheads take 2 hits. Imagine that. Just go fucking ham, man. Almost make the shit out of some zombies. At some point here we're going to find a car key, and that will let us go to Crazy Dave's truck and buy stuff directly from his shop. Bucketheads take 3 clicks. You know what I want? I want a coin pusher in my house. You know those machines where you drop coins in the top, and they slot down behind coins in the back of the machine, and a little thing goes back and forth and pushes the coins off the edge, and you get tickets first off how many coins fall. I want one of those just to have, just because it's like satisfying, you know? It would just be fun. Like people have done TikTok streams where all they do is play their coin pusher in their own house, and it's like people just love to see people win at those. Anyway, Hypno-shroom makes a zombie fight for you. The Hypno-shroom is consumed and the zombie turns around. He goes and eats his friends. How about that? I think Sunflower has such a bad mid-game. We're just gonna... Or Sun-shroom has such a bad mid-game. We're just gonna go Sunflower. We got Coneheads and we got Football Player. Not yet encountered. This is the almanac. You can see all the different kinds of zombies. Oh man, they all have flavor text. This zombie loves brains. Can't get enough. Make no mistake, Flag Zombie loves brains. But somewhere down the line, he also picked up a fascination with flags. Maybe it's because the flags always have brains on them. Hard to say. Conehead shuffled mindlessly forward like every other zombie, but something made him stop, pick up a traffic cone, and stick it on his head. Oh yeah, he likes to party. He was a frat guy before he died. Later, take the cone home. Some zombies take it further, aspire more, push themselves beyond normal into greatness. That's pole vaulting zombie right there. Buckethead always wore a bucket. Part of it was to assert his uniqueness in an uncaring world. Then eventually he forgot it was there. Newspaper zombie was this close to finishing his Sudoku puzzle. No wonder he's freaking out. Wow. Another thing we can do here is if I go back to the main menu, I think I can make... Yeah, Zombatar. I accept. Yes, thank you. And basically this will download a picture of a zombie on my desktop, but it'll also make the first zombie that shows up on each level look unique. Or not the first zombie, the flag zombies. And they'll look unique. So we can make ourselves a weird zombie. Oh, I can do different backdrops, I guess. I don't know if that affects anything. Maybe a Viking hat. Sombrero zombie. Pirate. I like the pirate zombie. Let's go pirate. Is there an eye patch? Is that a Bluetooth? Oh my god, it's a fucking 2009 earpiece. Alright, we'll give him... Well, can we give him a stud? Oh, not in his chin, in his ear. No, pirate wouldn't have a dangly one. Gold chain! That was too funny. I guess we'll just give him a diamond in one ear. Which of these says pirate? That's pretty piratey. Unfortunately, it doesn't show up in the avatar, just the head. Oh, we can give him 2 eye patches. That's fucking perfect. Nah, just one. We want him to be able to see, don't we? Oh, no. Oh, he's got dry eyes. No. Oh, she's pretty. Look at that. Oh. Fucking... Is that the tattoo that the guy who bit the other guy's ear has? I can't think of his name now. Yeah, regular eye, please. Do pirates have facial hair? Oh, yeah. There it is. Boom. And then... I don't really know if his hair matters since he's got a hat on. Alright, finished. Yeah, sure. Wow, thank you. A JPEG image file. Beautiful. We'll get back to where we were. So now we got Coneheads and Football Zombie. Don't need the Fumes Room because screen doors. Not a big deal. Puff Room is free. We'll take Hypno-shrooms. I can show what it does. We'll take Gravebuster because there's probably going to be some graves to bust. Yeah, these down here are going to be in the way of stuff, so I'm definitely going to want those gone. Plus, getting rid of the graves, it gives us money. And we actually need money to purchase the different upgrades in Dave's shop. Some of them are quite useful. Some of them are literally better plants, so pretty hard to say no to. I don't know what determines when a zombie drops money. I think it must be random chance, because it seems like it just happens occasionally, and it's not always a zombie with a bucket on its head or something like that. A lot of the time it's just a regular zombie, but sometimes it's football zombie or pole vault zombie. It's a nice game to just kind of chill, quietly chill. I've been needing that lately. Just a little quiet relaxation now and then. A break from the stressful week. Megan bought me this cool calendar that's it's a puzzle calendar. Each day is a different puzzle. The way it works is you have all these like Tetris-like pieces, and they go into this grid, and written on the grid is the months of the year, the days of the week, and the numbers 1 to 31. And there's enough pieces that you can cover all but 3 squares on the grid. So the goal is to make it so that everything is covered except for those 3 squares that say today's date. Oops, that's not going to do much from behind him. I'm a little annoyed. Guess we're using a lawnmower down there. Feels bad. I clicked a little late. It's whatever. We can fill in the sunflowers pretty quickly. It's more a matter of getting that 200 sun for that repeater back. Kind of a pain. Well, I'll just leave this guy here. I won't put a repeater in that row until he turns somebody around. That's the other thing with hypno-shrooms is you want to stick them right in front of a zombie so they immediately get turned around. But if you do what I just did and he's like past the halfway point of the square, it basically puts the shroom behind him, so it doesn't do anything. But yeah, this calendar's been a lot of fun. It's surprisingly difficult some days, and I'm really wondering when they made it, how did they, I mean, did they even prove that every different date was possible? Because in theory, if you're just looking at what's possible with generating a date, you can have any day of the year can be any day of the week. Okay, now this is the time for a hypno-shroom. There he goes. Turning him around. Like, August 3rd could be a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It could be any. It just depends on what day of the week was January 1st of that year, and was it a leap year? Those are the two things that affect what day of the week August 3rd is. And it's possible, it turns out, the way that leap years work, we get one every 4 years, just about. And so the day of the week that January 1st is changes in a predictable way that eventually leads to January 1st being every different day of the week. And you can actually predict it. So you can, if you wanted to, you could look it up online and see, like, oh, when is the next year that my birthday is a Saturday, for example. Things like that. It's something I've noticed particularly because my birthday is right around Labor Day. So, yes, I am now 31 years old. Thank you. And I've noticed what different days of the week it's been because Labor Day is a holiday. Usually it's that Monday that you get off, first Monday of September. And sometimes I get my birthday off because it happens to be that day of the month. And other times I don't, because it falls on a weekend already, or it's like the day after, or it's the Friday before or something like that, you know? But having it be around a holiday that is tied to the day of the week is really what illuminates that the date changes days each year. Hope that makes sense. I'm gonna get 10 sunflowers down and then put down a row of repeaters and start grave busting with extra money, or extra sun rather. These ones that are in these middle spaces are particularly annoying since we'd like to be putting plants there. Yeah, see, that zombie had some pocket change. No idea why he did. Why he did and others didn't. Hard to say. Maybe that zombie just was rich when he was alive, you know? I'll put some scaredy shrooms down so we can see the new shroom for this level. They're long-range units, like a pea shooter. They reach across the whole stage, but they have this big downside of when zombies approach, they duck and hide instead of fighting, which can save them from getting eaten if there's more guys behind them. But when they're the last row of defense, they're basically just giving up and letting the whole row go. Let the lawnmowers get it, basically. This is probably enough for the whole level right here, honestly, but I'm gonna keep going. I'll probably, I'll just do 2 rows of scaredy shrooms. We'll see how that goes, huh? The fact that they're so cheap means I can spend all the extra money on grave busters. I feel like if competitive Plants vs. Zombies was a thing, managing your cooldowns would be like one of the biggest factors. There he goes! Pirate leader zombie! So beautiful. And him leading his troops into battle, being the first one to get absolutely rocked. And again, the extra sun here just turns into just turns into money for us, so it's no big deal. Also, the zombies that are turned around by hypno-shrooms do not get hit by your plant projectiles. They're seen as allies, the same way that your plants in front don't get shot by the ones in the back. Interestingly, with this arrangement of walnuts here, this row of puff shrooms doesn't actually reach because they don't shoot that far. So I'm gonna replace those with scaredy shrooms instead. Honestly, the cooldown on the walnuts is probably the one that I find myself waiting for the most often. As you can see, it's quite a long one. It's unfortunate the game doesn't let you just replace one plant with another. I suppose it's good, because you wouldn't want to accidentally do that. But if you were trying to go in a hurry, there's only a couple plants that you can place on top of another plant. There's actually a power-up you can get later that lets you plant walnuts on top of damaged walnuts to instantly replace them without having to get rid of the broken walnut first. There, he's back. I get to see him at the beginning of every wave now. It's been great. Funny thing is, when you get to the end of the level, if you haven't used any of your lawnmowers, it doesn't matter what's left. The final wave will all get killed by the lawnmowers. Look at all that sun. So we got 1100, 1970. 1100, 1970. So the ice shroom temporarily mobilized all zombies on the screen. Very cool. Can I see how much money I have? No? Okay. It's fine, I guess. So we'll bring the ice shroom out, because these disco zombies are able to summon more friends, so they can be pretty annoying. The ice shroom freezing them in their tracks means that they aren't able to finish their arcane summoning ritual. And you don't have to deal with 4 extra zombies popping up all around him. Little scaredy shrooms. Too cute.
The zombies are coming.
Yeah, said we're coming. Man, wait for that second piece of sun from that first sunflowers. The longest wait. Ice shroom. Scaredy shroom. It's weird that the grave buster is not a shroom. In my opinion. I'm not entirely sure what it actually is supposed to be honest. This one's going to be annoying, I can tell. Never noticed that the zombie progress bar down here lurches forward the same way the zombies do. It doesn't like skip and jump its way forward, it goes like... See? Look at that. Go ahead. I need a little extra help up there, I think. Puff shrooms do not do too well against cone boys. Oh. And there he goes. Summoning his friends. I'm not in a position to spend 75 sun on an ice shroom right now, so we're just gonna have to fight through it. Yeah, he just keeps summoning more. Boom. Now they are all stuck. Oh, this grave gone. It's like some kind of like ivy. I don't know. I'm really not sure what it's meant to be. There we go. We're clearing them out now. No big deal. We might start putting down repeaters. Actually, you know what? Scary shrooms can probably handle it. And I want to finish the level with more sun. freeze everybody briefly and see if we can't work our way back to getting rid of Disco Jim back there before he summons more friends. There he goes. Ooh. He's popping off, boys. He's going absolutely ham. I wonder if... Oh, it looks like 2 scaredy shrooms will be enough. That's good. Cool. And we got the Doom-shroom. Destroys a large area, leaving a crater in its wake. A crater that you can't plant on. Being the important point. Interesting thing to note is that the Doom-shroom, just like everything else, you can only plant it on a clear piece of ground. So, another example of something like the cherry bomb, where you need empty spaces way over here on the right in order for you to really get the most out of that particular plant.
The zombies are coming.
Ugh, guessed wrong what lane he was in. It's fine. Single zombies get taken down by 1 puff shroom, so these early ones are not a threat. I wonder if you could win at these levels without bringing sunflowers. Just straight up puff shroom army. Maybe. You could probably do it pretty well during the day with just some strategic use of the few pieces of sun that you can pick up off the ground. But on the night levels, I don't know. The puff shrooms are free, but you can only replace them so often, and they don't do a ton of damage. Love it when you get to the point where you're just putting stuff down as soon as you got the sun for it. We're gonna want to eat these 3 graves pretty soon here too. Alright, sunflower's done. And then we'll do a line of scaredy shrooms. I want to eat these 2 so we can put a couple more puff shrooms down too. I don't think the Doom-shroom destroys graves. Let's find out. Nope. I'm not actually sure entirely what its effective area is. FYI, the craters that it leaves behind do eventually fill in. So they're not permanently blocking one of the spaces on the map. A huge wave of zombies is approaching. Hey, Pirate Man. Everyone's favorite zombie. Mr. Beauregard. That's his name, I just decided. More than 3 puff shrooms in a line. Again, not super useful considering they can't shoot at their... They can't shoot more than 3 spaces in front of them anyway. I somehow forgot to bring repeaters for this level. So we're just gonna have to make do with an extra row of scaredy shrooms in the back here. Honestly, the nighttime levels don't provide too much of a threat, so... The fact that you can just spam puff shrooms and fill the whole map with easily replaceable units that can 1v1 a regular zombie kind of guarees a victory. The only time that you get snookered is if you just have a bunch of zombies in one lane. Because at this stage of the game, we don't have any plants that affect nearby lanes. So I'm pretty sure this is still, yeah, a crater. Another good musical cue. You can always hear when the disco zombie has summoned his gang. You get the musical sting. I'm gonna use a Doom-shroom on the vinyl wave. Let's see how much this is worth. Oh, it just gets 2 spaces up and down. Okay, so I think if I put that in the middle, I would have been able to get all of the... I would have been able to get all of them with one Doom-shroom. That's pretty useful. Hello, we would like to visit for a midnight snack. How does ice cream and brain sound? Sincerely, the zombies. Fuck you, zombies. And we're getting all the nighttime boys. Oh, it's one of these. Alright, sure.
The zombies are coming.
Same strategy as other levels. We Gravebuster starting on the left. Doom-shroom, huh? Alright. Here we go. Put the scary shrooms way in the back. I'll double up on that guy because I don't want him to eat the front one. I guess the puff shrooms don't do as much damage as some of the other zombies, huh? Or some of the other plants. Should probably clear away one of these 2 graves, just so I have a good place to put a Doom-shroom when a wave shows up. Go ahead and freeze everybody briefly here, just so our puff pass boys have some more time. Uh-oh, he might get scared and hide. It's gonna be close. He did! He hid from him even though he was already dead. That's funny. Better not eat my grave digger, I'm gonna be pissed. Alright. Again, because of their limited range, we definitely want the little puff shrooms in the front. These are the levels that probably give me the most annoyance from things not being like spread out evenly and distributed well, because a lot of the time you get so many different random plants that you can only make it so even. You're kind of forced to put plants in whatever lane the zombies are appearing in. And you're often going to be getting plants in a random order that doesn't really let you perfect placement. I'm gonna put scaredy shrooms in front. It's not as effective up there because they do, you know, hide. But that does mean that when they get picked off, they're alright. Alright, we're gonna Doom-shroom that guy. Just because we have a pile of them back there. No real reason not to. I'd like another grave buster so I could get rid of one of these two graves over here. Make sure that guy's passed so he doesn't eat my guy. And we'll save the Hypno Shroom. And at this point we start using the ice shrooms just to make room in our queue up here so that we can keep getting more damage dealing shrooms. Oh no, a huge wave of zombies has appeared. Oh no, a huge wave of zombies is gone. Hypno shrooms are pretty good with the football zombies. Any of those zombies that rise above are good ones to turn around. Oh, it didn't freeze the guys that he was pulling out of the ground at that point. Interesting. Uh-oh, we got puff shrooms hiding. I think it's time. I ain't here to lose plants. And these huge fucking craters in the middle of the level. It's just funny to me. I don't think these guys are actually reaching most of the time here. If I had planned a little better, I would have left space back there for hidey shrooms and my scaredy boys. The thing about the fume shrooms that shoot through the screen doors, because they're going through the screen doors, they can deal damage to the zombies before the screen door is gone. Look at this scared little eyes! Oh my god, it's adorable. Nope. Dang, let's now turn the disco guy around and summon or exile Frida's friend. Yeah. Let's go ahead and just blow up all of those. I'm hoping that this clears up in time for me to use it to get rid of the final wave. Doesn't look like he's gonna. Can't plant all the craters. Alright, fuck it, I'll just plant two. Doom! And we got the lily pad. What the fuck's the lily pad for, you might ask? Well, find out next. Oh, it's right there.